Hey guys, welcome to a new video. My name is Bessie, and as you can see in the title below, today we're reacting to the latest series, Tikula. Tikula. I don't know how to pronounce it. Tikula. Okay, it's like I know it as Tikula, but then it's like when I was watching the interview, that journalist, I don't know, pronounced it in a different way, and I was wondering why. But yeah, so we're reacting to Tikula, the new Zambian series. I don't even know if I'm even reacting to this series or I'm just venting. But whatever it is, please listen to the end. So apparently Tikula was released, the first episode was released some days ago, maybe almost 2 weeks ago, I think. And when the first episode was released, I heard my friends talk about it, that it's a nice series, I should actually watch it. But I didn't even put it to mind really till the second episode was released some 3 4 days ago, and my friend mentioned again that, oh, she was like, oh, I'm watching this series. Yeah, maybe I watched it. What's wrong with you? You should watch it. I was like, oh, no problem. So yesterday I decided to watch it, and honestly, when I started watching it, it gave me blood and water vibes for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because of the whole high school setting. That's why it gave me like blood and water vibes. But we continued watching because I liked blood and water. So till this part where this girl named Nandi, I think she's the main character in the series, introduced herself. Okay, so apparently, okay, I'm not talking about my venting. Let me like narrate the story, even though I'm venting, but let me narrate the Tikula story for the people who haven't watched it. So Nandi is a girl that's getting transferred to a rich people's school. She got a scholarship to a rich people's school, and she's trying to fit in. So apparently Nandi is from Southern Province, Choma specifically, and she got a transfer to Lusaka. Yeah, so when she got there, now this is the most interesting part, this is what kept me glued to this particular series. She's mentioned she was from Choma, and honestly I was happy. I was like, oh, Choma. So for those who don't know, I'm a southerner. I'm a southern girl, born and raised in Southern Province. Yeah, so when I just hate Choma because that's where my village is, I was happy. Like I just felt recognized, and I was happy. I was like, oh, okay, there's more to this series actually. So let's keep watching. I think that was the first episode, yeah. And then when she said she's from Choma, the cool kids, the cool girls, you know that always those cool rich girls in school at the back laughed at her, and I don't know, they mentioned that, oh, she's from the village. I don't know if she said she's from the village or she said she's a village girl. I don't know. And that, I like that part, honestly. That was nice. That's something that's relatable. It has never happened to me because I have never been in such a situation, because as I said, I was born and raised among the Tongas, so it's like I can't relate. But then in some situations I've seen these things happen, like just being Tonga, and the worst part is being Tonga and being SDA. Oh my god, you're going to get bullied for that. But yeah, when I heard, oh, I'm being recognized, I was like, okay, there's more to this series. So I was like glued. I kept on watching till I realized that, so the girl's name is Nandi, and I realized that Nandi's mother was talking to her in Nyanja. So it's like, I was like, I'm just wondering, like, why is she using Nyanja? Then I realized, oh, she's Nandi. I don't know if Nandi is an English name or it's another tribe name or something, but I was like, oh, so the possibilities that she's actually not Tonga, but she was in Southern Province. So I was wondering, but then why did they use Choma? Like, if they're using a Tonga stronghold town, I think it's only logical for them to use a Tonga woman as the mother so that we can actually relate to it properly. And yeah, and village thing. But then I kept thinking, but then why if this whole trauma I know people be like, why is this girl so affected with this? I don't know why, but I'm big on being Tonga. But then yeah. And I was like, but then if it's not about the tribe, why did they pick on Choma? Why didn't they pick Petauke? Because Petauke is in the eastern part of Zambia. Yeah, that would have made sense. Because Petauke is also underdeveloped, just like Choma Hotel. I've never been there, but I just think it is. Yeah. So I was thinking, why didn't they use like Petauke? And then it would make sense that the woman is using Nyanja, Ongoni, or any of the languages used in the east. But then I realized that saying Tonga is like the best. I mean, not saying Tonga, saying Choma is like the best option because no one sounds more village than a Tonga. Like just using a Tonga village is like, I don't know how to put this. Nothing is more village than a Tonga village. Please, people who know English, help me, comment down below. And those who understand what I'm actually trying to, the point I'm actually trying to drive at, please help me in the comment section and comment how I'm supposed to put this in English. But then I felt like the writer or the crew, I don't know who's in charge of these things, but used Choma because no town was going to sound more village or more bundu, as we grew up saying it, than actually Choma, which is a Tonga stronghold. And I found it insulting, like Taizia is the girl's friend, huh? And the grandma was using Bemba and the other one is using Nyanja. So I just thought it just makes sense to have somebody speaking Tonga because you've used our town. Like, it's just like you've used our town, why aren't you using Tonga? But then, like, I was really disturbed on how this happens, and now just started thinking about like being Tonga and the difficulties. But more personally, you know, like being Tonga is hard. Literally, being Tonga is hard. It's, I don't even know how to put it. It's not even about the people around us. For me, okay, for me personally, okay, as you can see, what's affecting me right now is the Tonga because I'm a stronghold. Like, I'm Tonga. Like, I'm those proud Tongas. I'm those Tongas who told myself I'm never learning Bemba. I know, but then like this happened, I think, in 2016 when I have a brother who went to CBU, and like the first semester of him going to CBU, to some CBU which is in Kitwe, the first semester he came back, he could speak Bemba. And then I was doing my levels at Hillcrest, and there was this girl, and she did her A levels for 1 year 6 months, and she was asking me how to greet in Tonga when you've been in Tonga land for like 18 months. You're asking me the basics. I didn't even answer. I just looked at her because it never made sense to me, and I felt Bembas were full of themselves. So I told myself I'm not learning Bemba. But then like I've just come to a realization that even as much as Tongas looked down on, like it's a fact. It's a fact. I people say, Bessie, what? Yeah, Tongas are looked down on, and it is our fault, and I'm no exception because let's just start from this name, Bessie. Everybody who knows me knows that that's not my name. Okay, it's my name, but then initially, like, my name is actually Jibumba. Yeah, and that my name made me Tonga. Like, it made me become a Tonga advocate because I had no option. So a little background story. My name, I know it's Besisi Omunji here, but my name is actually Jibumba Mujele. Yeah, and that made me Tonga because I had to pronounce it the Tonga way because when you read it, it's Chibumba Muchele, and that sounded Bemba. And I wouldn't say I got bullied, but then I got bullied. Like, I never used to like it because every time I told someone my name is Chibumba, but like, your name is Wo, a Wo. Like, so I didn't even want that stress of being called a Wo. So, and then Muchele I think is salt in Bemba, so it's just like yeah, was sold. I don't know, but then people used to make like this silly comments I never used to like about my name. So that forced me to, I think that's somewhere high school, that forced me to change, to become a strong Tonga, because I had to correct the narrative of my name meaning war, because my name is really a beautiful name. It means creator. My name is Jibumba Mujele. Yeah. And I feel it's a beautiful name. It means creator, not war. So I had to be Tonga, and I had to pronounce my name properly for that reason. But as that was high school. So when I went to high school, the other problem, like I'm telling you my story because I feel like we are our own problems, and I'm narrating how I've actually contributed to being the problem of Tongas. I went to high school, grade 8, grade 9. So I was at a boarding school, and there used to be this phone, school phone, where you call your parents and you talk to them. But when you're talking to your parents, you know how public things are. Everybody's listening to your conversation. I used to miss my mom so much, but I couldn't call her because my mom and I used Tonga, and I was ashamed. I was ashamed that my mom uses Tonga to speak to me. I hated that. And I don't even know who put that in me. Not that my mom can't speak English. Like it actually, it hurt me that my mom could speak English and she still used to use Tonga with me. So there was this term that actually went a whole term without talking to my mom because I was embarrassed. I'm not going to get the phone and start saying Gamwamba, or like I don't know, but then I was just embarrassed of being Tonga. So I didn't I didn't talk to my mom for the whole term. And because of that, my mom and I talk every day, like right now. Oh forgive me, I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, my mom and I talk every day, like at the moment. So it's like for me to go like a whole 3 months without talking to her was like a big deal. And my mom is like one person that follows the rules. But then after that, like she was forced to get me a phone, and I was forced to start taking a phone to school because I gave an excuse that it's hard to use the phone, the school phone, or it's spoiled. I don't know what excuse I actually gave her, but then I gave an excuse. But then the truth is, I was just embarrassed to speak to my mother in Tonga in front of people. And like that's how I have contributed in my own small way. And literally, I feel we Tongas are the big problem, like what the reason behind our problems, because it starts from marriage, hey, because even like high school, one thing I noticed is that when a man marries a Bemba man, let me use Bemba because I know I sound tribal, but let me use Bemba. When a Bemba man marries a Tonga woman, that child is Bemba, like there's no argument. But should a Tonga man marry a Bemba woman, that child is half Tonga, half Bemba. Like, what rubbish is that? I hate that. Like, we are African. We take our father's language or our father's tribe. So, ow, sorry. 1 minute. We are African. I believe we should take like our father's language. So, if your father is Bemba, you're Bemba. If your father is Tonga, you're Tonga. You're not half Tonga, half Bemba, half Lozi, half, please, like I feel like that should come to an end. And then the other thing I think is like coming to Russia is also one thing that has actually opened me up when it comes to language, because like learning in Russian, and I felt like Russians are full of themselves, like why are we learning in Russian? Like why do they love themselves so much? But that's how it's supposed to be. But I feel like for us Tongas, we always adjust to people. If anything, so my friend came into my room, and I've honestly forgotten where I was and what else I wanted to say. But like I feel like Nandi is a total representation of a Tonga person. Like we are people's shadows most times. Like we always adjust to fit in with people. Yeah. And then like actually, oh, I remembered where I was now. Like as I was saying, like being in Russia has really taught me a lot. Like learning in Russian, I thought Russians were like full of themselves. So I actually realized that where are people's places, you have to learn their language. Like it's just normal. you have to learn their language. Like as I said, like this home. I know. Okay, I know probably saying, Bessie, this is not what the series is about. It's about Nandi and peer pressure and all that, being yourself. But every detail of a series matters. Because let me give an example of Blood and Water, as I said, because this gave me Blood and Water vibes. In the second season, when the Zimbabwean guy was introduced, the first scene they played a Zimbabwean song. Like that wasn't even necessary, but then that's what you do. Like to recognize a place, the least you, if you're mentioning a place, the least you do is represent their culture, and the bare minimum you can do by representing somebody's culture is literally just speaking their language. That's what I'm crying about. Speaking Tonga because you used our town, and then even the first word that guy ever uttered in that series was a Shona word. And like honestly, most Zimbabweans are the most intelligent and educated people I know. Like Zimbabwe is big on education, at least in Mugabe's era. I don't know about this new government, but in Mugabe's era, one thing I knew for sure is that he was big when it comes to education. They're the smartest people, but when they're seated amongst themselves, you can barely hear Zimbabweans use English. That sometimes when you have to say, please, we're not sure now, we're not Zimbabweans, use English so that we can actually all communicate. They're big on that, and I really admire them, and they're so authentic because like for example, okay, Zambia is not like, I feel like I don't know how many languages are there in Zimbabwe, but I feel there are few compared to Zambia. Like Zambia has got more languages, so it's like I can't even speak to my friends in Tonga. But then like Zimbabweans are so authentic. Even when they're speaking their Shona, you can tell by their accent. Like you can just tell. There's love. There's just, but then like sometimes I don't speak Tonga. It's like I want words to be pronounced the way they're supposed to be. But I've come in situations where somebody is slanging a Tonga word. If you're going to slang a Tonga word with me, just don't talk to me. Let's just use English if it's that, because if you're going to speak Tonga, you're going to speak it properly, you're going to respect it and pronounce words the way they're supposed to be pronounced. Yeah. So literally that's it. That's my ranting about being Tonga and just how I feel they should have done. Like if you're going to use a town, you have to represent it, you have to represent our culture in a way. You can't just mention it and let it be, like let it go. But anyway, I don't even like blame people, even like the people around, like even like my Bemba. I've got Bemba friends, when they see me they use Bemba with me, and like I complain, why are you using Bemba with me? But I'm the problem. Why can't I use Tonga with them? Because I personally don't use Tonga with them. Like why don't I do the same? It's because to some extent I think that's not okay, because of just being Tonga. It's not okay to go around speaking Tonga when they can go around speaking their languages. Yeah, that's my rant anyways on this tribal thing. Are we Team Barote or we're sticking to Zambia? Yeah, I don't even know if this thing was like proper, if it was organized, if the point I was trying to drive at was gotten, and I hope it was actually gotten. I wasn't just ranting because like everything was everywhere. I was just like saying things, and there'll be a part 2 over the weekend, because I'm scared that this video will be too long, and I don't want it to be too long because it's on the review video. There'll be a part 2 next over the weekend. I'm gonna create time and actually just narrate the part 2. And I think when it comes to these my reaction videos, I think I'll just be doing according to people, because like I feel like each situation deserves a talk. Like they're all different people and just how we are handling certain situations. So the part 2 will be talking about, what's her name, I don't know, the pretty light skinned girl, yeah, and her whole mother and all that. That will be the part 2, and that's what we'll be talking about. Yeah, so guys, thank you for watching, and we'll try, I don't even know when I'm coming back, but I actually miss doing this, like sitting down and talking. I just realized I actually miss talking. Like I actually miss doing this, and I should come back. Yes, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time. Bye bye.